Welcome to the Unit 8.5b Synopsis video. This video gives a big picture look at Unit 8.5b, introducing the unit challenge scenario, the flow of lessons, and some of the background content that will be explored in the unit. Unit 8.5b is the second part of Unit 8.5. Due to the complexity and scope of the PEs for Unit 8.5, it's divided into two parts, A and B. Each is a complete unit with its own unit challenge. Unit 8.5b is designed to follow 8.5a. MyStar recommends teaching Unit 8.5a before Unit 8.5b. Unit 8.5b is an 8th grade unit comprised of 5 lessons, including the unit opener and unit closer, requiring a minimum of 16 50-minute class periods. The semester unifying cross-cutting concept is stability and change. The unit challenge question is, what causes snowfall patterns in Michigan? In Unit 8.5b, students use experiments, modeling, research, and data analysis to discover the different ways that Michigan snowstorms are made. As presented in the unit challenge scenario, students must inform their district superintendents how to respond to a Lansing official's new snow day policy for Michigan schools. Individual school districts in Michigan have always been allowed to declare snow days for their schools. Currently, that is a maximum of 6 days per year and an additional 3 by special request. The new statewide head of academic calendars, HAC, comes from Delaware, and he can't believe how messed up the school calendar is in Michigan. He thinks that some districts are cheating the system to get more snow days because some districts had 19 snow days last year, while others only had 3. He has proposed a new policy. The statewide snow day allowance will be based on snowfall amounts forecasted at his Lansing office. The policy allows a maximum of 3 days per year. Any days lost after that must be made up in the summer. School districts around the state are being flooded with complaints from teachers, parents, and students. District superintendents are relying on your science class to educate the district school board before they make their decision to support or rally against the policy proposal. Districts have 1 month to respond to the proposed policy before it becomes implemented for the next school year. The big ideas for Unit 8.5b center on how Michigan weather is created from regional to global scale atmospheric interactions, effects from the Great Lakes, and the local effects of topography. Michigan snowstorms create distinct weather patterns across the state, which reflect different processes. We need to use weather forecasts as probable outcomes rather than guaranteed events because so many factors go into making and changing our weather. Students' investigation into weather starts with discovering that large bodies of water can produce snowfall in the winter when prevailing winds blow a cold air mass over a warmer lake towards the land. Next, students learn that when different air masses interact, storms can occur along the interaction boundary. Students learn how the flow of air can be affected by changes in land surface elevations and create a model of how landforms affect the movement of air masses and precipitation. Finally, since the science of weather modeling and prediction is complex, students learn that weather forecasts are given as probabilities or ranges of scenarios rather than certainties. Now that you have a brief overview of Unit 8.5b, let's look at each lesson. In common with all MyStar units, the first lesson serves to engage students. After uncovering students' thoughts and ideas about predicting snow days, students are introduced to an app that is commonly used to predict school snow days. They begin to consider which data are used in the app and why, and investigate how accurate the app's predictions are. Students are introduced to the unit challenge scenario and question. Through the creation of a class unit bubble map, students have the opportunity to think about what they need to learn in order to answer the question and address the challenge. The unit bubble map will be revisited and updated during the unit, reflecting the greater understanding students achieve as they progress through each lesson. By now, students will have several questions on their unit bubble map to help them explore. Students begin their investigations by looking at why some regions of Michigan get more snow than other regions. In Lesson 2, students discover that large bodies of water can produce snowfall in the winter when prevailing winds blow a cold air mass over a warmer lake towards the land. Students investigate weather data from 6 different cities impacted by an epic 2014 snowfall event near Buffalo, New York, and draft a model of what they think must have occurred to cause the event. They generate a lake effect snow model to create a map of lake effect snow impacts throughout Michigan, as evidenced for the unit challenge final product. In Lesson 3, students organize data from a major storm event in 2009 to uncover that when 2 air masses with different properties interact, storms can occur along the interaction front. Students analyze data from Michigan counties to identify where 2 interacting air masses meet and the resulting impacts in different regions of Michigan. In Lesson 4, students complete an activity which illustrates how the flow of air can be affected by changes in land surface elevations. They use their observations to develop a basic model of how landforms affect the movement of air masses. In the Connect phase, they use their model and a map of Michigan's landforms to develop a new model of how snowfall around the state is affected by variations in surface elevation. This is the final piece of evidence students develop to show how snow amounts in Michigan may vary widely from those experienced in Lansing. In the unit closer, students compile all of the student products they have completed to solve the unit challenge and apply their understanding of the complexity of weather events toward the use of weather models and probability-based forecasting. Unit challenge teams prepare their final presentation for the district school board with an evidence-based recommendation on a proposed snow day policy based on Lansing weather. Their explanation will encompass the unit's big ideas, from describing the different ways that snowstorms occur throughout Michigan to how they developed models for each process. Students emphasize the importance of using scientific evidence to support good policy decisions. We've now looked at all the lessons in Unit 8.5b. Let's recap a few key points. Unit 8.5b is built around the main factors that control weather, especially those that generate storms with precipitation. Throughout this unit, students use experiments, hands-on activities, modeling, research, and data analysis to discover that snowfall patterns are variable across Michigan. To address the unit challenge, students must apply their knowledge of snowfall patterns in Michigan to prepare a scientific argument for their school board regarding a proposed snow day policy. Thank you for watching the MyStar Unit 8.5 Synopsis video.